Let's get some analysis on this and bring in Emanuel Pastreich. He's the director of the Asia Institute in Seoul. His research is focused on technology and its impact on society. He joins us now. Emanuel, good to have you on the NewsHour. So it's believed that North Korea has stolen hundreds of millions of dollars worth of cryptocurrency off exchanges to fund its military projects. Is this the most logical explanation of why we're seeing an increased number of missile launches by the North?
I doubt there's much relationship at all. The amount of money mentioned, if it's accurate, 100, $200 million, is relatively small amount for something like a missile program. And although North Korea is a poor country, it has already amassed considerable technology and considerable funds, granted that they're not known to the public. So I think it's more likely an effort to take advantage of the way in which the United States and other countries are all absorbed with Russia to assert North Korea's importance in East Asia.
Okay, if the amount of money that we're talking about when it comes to the stolen cryptocurrencies is not enough to sort of fund a major missile program, let me talk to you about some of the links that have been drawn in this United Nations report in terms of linking the government in Pyongyang with organized or global organized crime. How do you see those findings?
Oh, well, there's no doubt that North Korea, in the face of ongoing sanctions, has gone through all sorts of informal, illegal, I mean, it's by nature illegal, means to obtain foreign currency and other resources. However, I would say the United States or other countries in the United Nations who are dominant don't have much to say about working with organized crime. The United States' entire Afghan project was a joint effort with organized crime. So it's very hard for us to step back and make much of a judgment on North Korea's choice.
Okay. How much do you think, I mean, gauge for us the appetite from Pyongyang in terms of engaging in, I'm going to call it constructive talks with the South?
Well, it's an interesting question. I think right at this moment, North Koreans were so disappointed by the Moon Jae-in administration, which had a series of high-level talks, I guess, was it 2017, which turned into nothing. So there's no enthusiasm for the current administration and no real trust between North and South Korea, and certainly not between North Korea and the United States at this moment. However, I think if the reduction or removal of sanctions was on the table, that there would be no problem holding constructive talks. It's just that for South Korea, for the United States, and for the entire United Nations, which is a much weaker organization now than it was 10 or 15 years ago, sanctions are not even open for discussion.
I mean, if they're not open for discussions, talk to me about the role of the United States. Under the former U.S. President Donald Trump, we had seen some sort of attempt to actually get somewhere. With the current U.S. administration, we're seeing a much more different policy all around the world. How do you think this is affecting the situation?
Well, it's an interesting question because Donald Trump is a complex character, and he went back and forth between the hard line and open for negotiations. So I don't necessarily agree with that diplomatic approach, but it's far better than the neglect that we're seeing now, which is an attempt. I mean, in the case of the Biden administration, it doesn't really make any sense. China was being vilified, and suddenly, over a period of 2 months, everything was shifted to Russia to a degree so quickly that it's sort of baffling, because American foreign policy doesn't usually shift that quickly.
Okay, Emanuel Pastreich, thank you for coming on the show. Good to have your analysis.